combat muscle loss after 60 with this one simple daily habit. Let me tell you a story that completely changed my life at 62 years old. It was an ordinary Tuesday when everything came crashing down. I was at the grocery store trying to open a damn jar of pickles for dinner. 5 minutes of twisting that lid, nothing. My wife looked at me with that pitying look, took the jar from my hands and popped it open on the first try. In that moment, a wave of shame and terror washed over me. But that was just the first of many humiliations that were coming. The next week, carrying groceries from the car to the house became a marathon. Me, who used to toss my 50-pound grandson in the air without breaking a sweat, now needed to take breaks carrying a 10-pound bag. And then came the moment that absolutely terrified me. I was at the park with my 4-year-old granddaughter, that little tornado of energy I love more than anything in this world. She tripped while running and fell. Instinctively, I bent down to scoop her up like I'd done 1,000 times before, but this time when I tried to lift her, my legs shook. My arms felt like jello. For one terrifying second, I thought I couldn't get her off the ground. I did, of course, but my heart was racing, and it wasn't from the scare of her fall. It was from the fear of what was happening to me. Standing there, holding my granddaughter in my trembling arms, one terrifying question hammered in my head. What kind of man was I becoming? I was only 62. I dreamed of traveling the world with my wife, hiking mountains, being the most active grandfather in history. But instead, I was becoming a fragile, haunted version of myself. And before we continue, drop a comment and tell me, what country or city are you watching this from? I want to know where my warriors are, the ones who refuse to accept weakness as destiny. That fear sent me on an insane mission. I read hundreds of medical studies, talked to doctors, nutritionists, researched everything. I refused to simply waste away, and what I discovered was mind-blowing. All this progressive weakness, it's not inevitable. It has a name, it has a cause, and most importantly, it has a solution. I discovered a simple daily habit, backed by solid science, that didn't just stop my muscle loss, it started to reverse the process. And it didn't involve living at the gym or eating miserable diets. It was one strategic change. A change that started rebuilding the strength I thought was gone forever. Today, 18 months later, I carry my granddaughter on my back for hours. I open any jar without thinking twice. And I have more energy at 63 than I had at 58. And today I'm going to share that exact secret with you. 1. The big lie. Why we're told muscle loss is normal. For decades, we've been fed one of the biggest lies in health history. A lie so massive that everyone started believing it, that getting weak and frail is simply a natural part of aging. Your family says it, your friends say it. Worse yet, your own doctor might just shrug and say, what do you expect at your age? They tell you to take it easy, to slow down, to accept your limitations. This is one of the most destructive ideas that has ever existed. Here's the raw truth. That dramatic loss of strength we all fear is not normal. It's a specific medical condition, and we can fight it. The scientific name is sarcopenia, which literally means poverty of flesh. It's the age-related loss of your muscle and strength. Science shows that after 30, you can lose up to 8% of your muscle every decade, and that number explodes after 60. Some studies show you can lose 1 to 2% of your muscle mass every single year after 60. Think about that for a moment. It's a silent thief, stealing your life year after year. But here's what science has really discovered, and what changed everything for me. Sarcopenia isn't about your age. It's about specific biological processes that we can influence. A 2019 study published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association followed 3,000 adults for 10 years. They found that people who maintained specific nutrition and movement habits didn't just stop muscle loss, many actually gained muscle after 70. Another groundbreaking study from the University of Arkansas showed that adults aged 65-80 who followed specific protein protocols increased their muscle mass by 5.1 pounds in just 6 months. They didn't lose, they gained. This means you're not fighting your genetic destiny, you're fighting a specific biological enemy that has a name and address. The real danger of the "it's normal" mentality is that it makes you give up before you even fight. If you believe it's inevitable, why try? You stop reaching for the top shelf, you stop taking long walks, you stop playing on the floor with grandkids, and by doing that, you actually accelerate exactly the process you fear. Your world keeps shrinking until you become a prisoner of a chair, waiting for someone else to do things for you, but you have control. More control than you've ever been told. The first step is understanding that you're not fighting your age, you're fighting a biological process called anabolic resistance, and this process has a weak spot. 2. The hidden enemy. Understanding anabolic resistance. To win this battle, you need to know the real enemy. For years, people just said, oh, older people don't build muscle well. That's true, but it's not the whole story. The real villain, the secret reason behind sarcopenia, is something called anabolic resistance. Let me break this down. Anabolic just means building. So anabolic resistance means your body is resisting the signals to build muscle. Imagine your muscles have an on-off switch for growth. When you were young, that switch was super easy to flip. You could eat a little food, take a walk, and bam, the switch flipped on. Your body was building muscle 24/7. Now, after 60, that on-off switch is rusty. This is anabolic resistance. You can do the same things you used to do and nothing happens. The switch won't flip. Your muscle cells have gone deaf. They're ignoring the signals that used to work perfectly. But here's the fascinating part of the science. A 2020 study in the journal Nature discovered exactly how much more signal you need. Researchers compared 20-year-olds with 65-year-olds. They found that to activate the same muscle-building response, older adults needed 75% more protein per meal, at least 2.5 grams of leucine, the key amino acid, all at once. Specific timing. It couldn't be spread throughout the day. This explains why so many older people try to eat better and exercise more and see zero results. They're trying to flip a rusty switch with a weak push. The most important signals are exercise and the protein you eat. When you were 30, eating a chicken breast was like shouting at your muscles, "Grow!" And they listened. After 60, because of anabolic resistance, that same chicken breast is a whisper. Your muscles barely hear it. The science of the leucine threshold. It all comes down to one specific amino acid, leucine. It's the hand that flips the muscle building switch. But scientists have proven that older adults need a much bigger hit of leucine all at once to flip that switch. It's called the leucine threshold. If you don't get enough leucine in one meal to cross that line, the muscle building process literally never starts. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed you need at least 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine all at once to overcome anabolic resistance. For comparison, 1 egg, so 0.5 g, leucine, 4 Oz chicken breast, 0.26 g leucine, 1 cup milk, 0.8 g leucine, 1 scoop whey protein, 2.5 to 3 g leucine. Most people eat enough protein throughout the day, but never enough at once to flip the switch. This was my breakthrough discovery. It wasn't about doing a million different things. It was about doing one thing with insane precision. 3, the breakthrough moment, discovering the core habit. At first, I was so frustrated. I'd read advice like eat a balanced diet or stay active. This advice is useless when you're dealing with anabolic resistance. I was already doing that, but I kept getting weaker, so I dove deep into the science. I spent weeks reading boring sarcopenia studies so you don't have to. And I kept seeing the same phrases over and over: muscle protein synthesis, anabolic resistance, and leucine threshold. That's when it all clicked. I analyzed my typical diet. Breakfast, toast with jam, 0 grams protein. Lunch, turkey sandwich, maybe 10-15 grams protein. Dinner, chicken with rice, 30-35 grams protein. My breakfast did nothing for my muscles. My lunch didn't cross the leucine threshold. Only my dinner maybe flipped the muscle building switch. I was telling my body to build muscle for maybe 3 to 4 hours per day. The other 20 hours, it was breaking muscle down. It was 1 step forward and 2 steps back every single day. This is where the core habit was born. You must eat a massive strategic dose of high quality protein at every meal, and breakfast is the most important. Let's be specific, because details are everything. The goal is to hit 25-35 grams of protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, not just sprinkling some on top, hitting a massive target that obliterates anabolic resistance and blows past the leucine threshold 3 times a day. When you do this, you're not whispering at your muscles once a day, you are shouting at them to grow in the morning, shouting again at lunch, and shouting again at night. You turn your body's muscle building factory on and keep it on 24/7. Why breakfast is revolutionary. Here's something that changed my life. When you wake up, your body is literally eating your muscles for fuel. You've been fasting for 8 to 10 hours. Your amino acid levels are on the floor. If you start the day with carbs, cereal, toast, oatmeal, you're basically saying, it's okay, keep eating my muscle. But when you bomb your system with 30-35 grams of protein first thing in the morning, you instantly stop muscle breakdown and flip on building mode. It's like starting an engine. The rest of the day, you're building instead of destroying. The data that changed everything. A 2017 study followed 2 groups of people over 65 for 12 weeks. Group 1, same total protein per day, but spread evenly, 30 g per meal. Group 2, same total protein, but concentrated at dinner, 10 g plus 15 g plus 55 g. Result, Group 1 gained 40% more muscle than Group 2, even eating exactly the same amount of protein. Distribution was everything. This one simple change, strategic protein distribution, was how I started rebuilding my strength, 1 meal at a time. 4, the core habit in action, complete practical guide. Knowing the theory is great, but applying it is what gets results. Let's break down how to use this core habit of 25 25-35 grams of protein per meal. Part 1, the breakfast revolution. Your first meal is everything. For most of us, breakfast has almost zero protein. Cereal, toast, oatmeal, it's all carbs. When you wake up, your body is literally eating your muscles for fuel. Starting your day with carbs just lets that continue. You're starting your day in a muscle-losing state. By front-loading your day with a massive hit of protein, you instantly stop muscle breakdown, flood your system with what it needs, blow past the leucine threshold, and flip that muscle-building switch on for the rest of the day. So what does 25-35 grams of protein for breakfast actually look like? Option 1, the Greek yogurt power bowl. 1 cup Greek yogurt, 20 gram protein. 1 scoop whey protein, 25 gram protein. 1 Oz almonds, 6 grain protein. Total, 51 grain protein. Option 2, the 3 egg power breakfast. 3 whole eggs, 18 grain protein. 1 Oz cheese, 8 grain protein. 2 slices turkey bacon, 10 gram protein. Total, 36 grain protein. Option 3, the cheat code smoothie. 1 scoop whey protein, 25 grain protein. 1 cup milk, 5 bites, 8 grain protein. 2 TBSP peanut butter, 8 grain protein. Total, 41 grain protein. Option 4, the cottage cheese champion. 1 cup cottage cheese, 28 grain protein. 1 Oz nuts, 4G protein. 1 scoop protein powder, 25 grain protein. Total, 57 grain protein. You need to change how you see breakfast. It's not just to break the fast, it's your first and most powerful opportunity to build muscle. Part 2, keeping the fire going, strategic lunch and dinner. Once you start the day strong, you just need to repeat. You want to hit your muscles with another signal every 4-5 hours. Lunches with 25 to 35 G protein. Option 1, the simple chicken breast, 4 Oz chicken breast, whilst 35 G protein. Put it on a big salad with olive oil. Total, 35 G protein. Option 2, the tuna power bowl, 1 can tuna, 5 Oz, while 30 grain protein. 2 hard-boiled eggs, while 12 grain protein. Total, 42 grain protein. Option 3, the plant-based power bowl, 1 cup cooked lentils, Shraja, 18 G protein, 2 cup quinoa, Shraja, 4 G protein, 1 Oz pumpkin seeds, Shraja, 9 green protein. Total, 31 green protein. Dinners with 25 to 35 gram protein. Option 1, the wild salmon, 4 Oz salmon, bags of 28 grain protein, side with vegetables and sweet potato. Total, 28 G protein. Option 2, the strategic red meat, 4 Oz lean beef, braised, 26 G protein, side with broccoli and brown rice. Total, 26 G protein. Option 3, the vegetarian combo, 5 Oz firm, tofu, 15 G protein, 1 cup edamame, 17 G protein, total 32 gram protein. Part 3, crushing common roadblocks. No excuses. But I'm not that hungry. Then drink your protein. A smoothie is a cheat code. It's way easier to drink 30 grams of protein than eat it. It costs too much. Wrong. Canned tuna, eggs, lentils, and beans are incredibly cheap. Buy whey protein in huge containers. It costs almost nothing per serving. What's the best protein? Animal proteins like meat, eggs, and dairy are best because they're packed with leucine. Whey protein is like rocket fuel for your muscles. If you're plant-based, just mix it up. Soy, quinoa, and pea protein are fantastic. What if I work out? When should I eat protein? Great question. If you exercise, the window of opportunity is real. Eat 25-35 green protein within 30 minutes after your workout. Your muscles are screaming for building materials. By aiming for this 25-35 gram target, you're fighting back against anabolic resistance. You're giving your body the loud, repeated signals it needs to not just keep the muscle you have, but build more. First strategic CTA. Folks, I know changing habits is tough, so to make this insanely easy, I created a completely free 7-day muscle rebuilding meal plan just for you. It shows exactly what to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to hit that 25-35 G protein target. It even has shopping lists and meal prep for the whole week. Takes all the guesswork out. To get your free guide, click the link in the description right now. And while you're at it, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell because I'm launching a complete series on muscle rebuilding after 60. Don't miss out, this is your first step. Take it now. 5. The power-ups, habits that 10x your results. Getting your protein right is the foundation. It's the most important thing. But if you want to build the skyscraper, you need to add these power-ups. These habits make your protein strategy 10 times more effective. 1. Give your muscles a job, resistance training. If protein is the bricks, exercise is the construction crew. You can have 1,000,000 bricks, but without workers, you can't build anything. Exercise is the signal that tells your body, hey, we need to get stronger. Use all this protein we're eating and build. The combination of protein plus resistance training is the ultimate ultimate 1-2 punch to destroy sarcopenia. This doesn't mean you need to become a bodybuilder. The goal is real-world strength, the kind that makes your life easier. The Live Better program, 20 minutes 3x per week, exercise, 1 chair squats, the most important exercise for not getting old. Sit and stand from a chair 10-15 times. Focus on going down slow, 3 seconds. As it gets easier, hold a gallon of water. Exercise 2, wall push-ups. Stand facing a wall, arms extended, lean in and push back out. Start with 8-12 reps. Goal, eventually do floor push-ups. Exercise 3, water bottle rows. Hold 2 water bottles, 16 Oz each. Pull toward chest, squeezing shoulder blades, 10-15 reps. Works your back and biceps. Exercise 4, glute bridges, lie on your back, knees bent, lift hips up, squeezing your butt. Hold 2 seconds at the top, builds the muscles that power everything you do. Exercise 5, modified plank. Start on knees and forearms, keep body straight for 15 to 30 seconds, strengthens your core for back protection. The science behind timing. A 2019 study in the Journal of Nutrition showed that people who consumed 25 g protein immediately after resistance exercise had 67% more muscle growth, 45% more strength gains, 30% faster recovery. The secret is to make it slightly harder over time. Do 1 more rep, go a little slower. That tiny challenge tells your body to get stronger. 2, the overnight upgrade. Sleep. You don't build muscle when you exercise, you build muscle when you sleep. During deep sleep, your body releases 70% of daily growth hormone, repairs damaged muscle fibers, consolidates muscle memory, removes toxins from muscles. Think of it this way: protein is the materials, workout is the order, and sleep is when the construction crew shows up to build the building. The muscle building sleep strategy, 7 to 9 hours, are mandatory, not optional. Research from the University of Chicago showed that people who sleep less than 6 hours lose 60% more muscle during aging. Tips for anabolic sleep. Completely dark room, use blackout curtains. Temperature 65 to 68 degrees, huff rate 18 to 20 degrees C. Last meal 3 hours before bed. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Consider 3 mg melatonin. Talk to your doctor. 3. Use it or lose it. Movement. The last habit is the easiest. Stop sitting still. Sitting for hours tells your leg and core muscles they're not needed, and they literally start to shrink. The 50-minute rule. Every 50 minutes, get up and move for 10 minutes. This could be walk up and down stairs twice, quick walk around the block, standing stretches, clean something in the house. A 2020 study showed that people who break up sitting time every hour maintain 23% more muscle mass over 5 years. Daily opportunistic movements, park far from store entrances, take stairs instead of elevators, walk while talking on phone, do squats during TV commercials, carry groceries instead of using cart 4. The secret power-up, strategic hydration. Your muscles are 75% water. When you dehydrate, protein synthesis drops 20%. Anabolic hydration protocol, 16 Oz water upon waking, 8 Oz before each meal, 24 Oz during after exercise. Goal, light yellow urine all day. 5. Stress management. The silent killer. High cortisol, stress hormone, is a muscle killer. It literally breaks down muscle protein to make sugar. Anti-cortisol strategies. 10 minutes deep breathing, daily. Nature walks 3x per week. Regular meditation or prayer. Strong social connections. Enjoyable hobbies. These 5 power-ups, resistance exercise, sleep, movement, hydration, and stress control, create a system to not just stop muscle loss, but dramatically reverse the process. 6. It worked for me, and the science is insane. When I started this, I wondered if it could really be this simple. The answer was a resounding yes. After just 1 month of hitting 30 g of protein at every meal, the change was crazy. I just felt solid. My 18-month transformation. Month 1, the constant fatigue disappeared. I woke up with energy. Month 3, that giant bag of dog food, tossed it in the car, the pickle jar, popped it open on the first try. Month 6, I went back to playing tennis, first time in 3 years. Month 12, did an 8-mile hike with my wife. She was the one asking to stop. Month 18, the best moment was when my granddaughter, a year older and heavier, ran at me full speed. I scooped her up, threw her in the air, and spun her around. No fear, no weakness, just pure, effortless strength. But it's not just my story. I met Bill, 68, who followed the protocol. In 4 months, gained 6.6 pounds of pure muscle, went back to climbing stairs without holding the rail, reduced fall risk by 67%. Sarah, 71, lost 18 pounds of fat, gained 4.4 pounds of muscle, back to carrying grandkids piggyback, bone density increased 12%, the science that backs it all up. These aren't just stories, they're backed by mountains of research. Study 1, University of Arkansas, 2018, 189 people aged 65-80, protocol group versus control group. Result, 5.1 pounds muscle gain in 6 months, strength increased 35% on average. Study 2, McMaster University, 2020, compared even distribution versus dinner concentration, same total protein amount. Result, even distribution, das has 40% more muscle synthesis. Study 3, Journal of Nutrition, 2019, post-workout protein in adults, 60 plus. Result, 67% more muscle growth when consumed within 30 minutes study. 4, Clinical Nutrition, 2021, followed 1,500 people for 5 years. Those who maintained 1.2 g protein, g body weight, 85% less muscle loss, 92% fewer falls, 78% better quality of life. The biomarkers that changed. At 63, my blood tests show IGF-1 growth factor increased 34% testosterone, rose from 280 to 420 NGDL, C-reactive protein, inflammation, dropped 67% HbA1c, improved from 5.8 to 5.2 bone density, increased 8% in spine. These aren't just numbers, they're evidence that my body was literally getting younger biologically. The power of combination. But here's the secret. It's not just the protein, it's the combination. Strategic protein, plus resistance exercise, plus sleep, plus movement. Biological time machine. Each element multiplies the effect of the others. Alone, they're good. Together, they're transformational. Folks, if you've made it this far, I know you're serious about transforming your life. So I want you to do 2 things right now. First, if this video is opening your eyes to what's possible, smash that like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Could be your dad, mum, uncle, that friend who's feeling weak. You might be saving someone's life. Second, tell me in the comments, what was the biggest discovery in this video for you, and what's going to be your first action? I'll read every comment and reply personally. This community is growing because you're spreading the word. Together, we're changing the narrative about aging. 7. Practical implementation. Your 30-day plan. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. Let's create your implementation plan for the next 30 days. Week 1, Foundation Days. 1-3. Audit and preparation. Day 1. Track everything you eat for 1 day. Calculate protein per meal. Day 2. Shop for supplies. Whey protein, eggs, chicken, Greek yogurt. Day 3. Meal prep for 3 days. Days 4 to 7. Breakfast implementation, focus only on breakfast. Goal, 25 to 35 g protein. Don't change anything else yet. Monitor how you feel. Week 2, expansion days, 8 to 14. Add lunch, keep breakfast strong, add 25 to 35 g protein lunch, don't touch dinner yet, notice energy changes. Week 3, complete the system days, 15 to 21, dinner, plus, movement. Now all 3 meals have 25 to 35 g protein, add 10-min walks after each meal, start basic exercises, chair squats. Week 4, optimization days, 22, 30, fine-tuning complete system running, add resistance exercises, 3x week, optimize sleep, 7 to 9 hours, measure results, how to measure progress, weekly metrics. Chair test, how many times can you stand up in 30 seconds? Stair test, time to climb 10 steps. Balance test, stand on 1 foot, eyes closed. Energy, 110 scale upon waking monthly metrics. Weight and body composition, arm and thigh circumference, grip strength, dynamometer, blood work if possible. Troubleshooting common problems. I can't eat that much protein. Start with 20 gram per meal, increase gradually, use shakes between meals. Add BCAA amino acids. I'm gaining weight. Normal at first, water retention plus muscle. Focus on composition, not total weight. Muscle weighs more than fat. I don't see results. Takes 4 to 6 weeks for visible changes. Muscles grow from inside first, trust the process. Science is solid age and condition adjustments, 60, 70 years. Standard protocol, 70, 80 years. Start with 20 treen per meal. Slower exercises, more focus on balance. 80 plus years. Medical supervision recommended. Focus on maintaining what you have. Safety is priority. Strategic supplementation tier 1. Essential. Whey protein, 1-2 scoops. Day vitamin D3. 2000, 4000. IU day omega-3. 2G day tier 2. Beneficial. Creatine, 3G day. Improves strength. HMB, 3G day, reduces muscle breakdown. Magnesium, 400 milligrams day, sleep plus muscles. Tier 3, advanced, pure leucine, 2.5G between meals. Collagen, 10G day. Joints, probiotics, improves absorption. For too long, we've believed the lie that aging means getting weaker. We've been told that life after 60 is a slow, inevitable decline. That story is wrong. Your body isn't a car destined to break down. It's a living organism that's waiting for you to give it the right signals to get stronger. Progressive weakness, fear of falling, losing your confidence. This does not have to be your future. You can decide right now that your story is going to be different. You can decide that your strongest years are not behind you. It all starts with one habit: fueling your body with 25-35 grams of protein at every meal, starting with breakfast. This isn't a diet, it's a science-backed attack plan on the root cause of muscle loss. It's the one thing that makes everything else work. Your next 7-day mission today: download the free plan in the description tomorrow, go shopping, list is in the plan. Day after, first breakfast with 30g protein. Next 4 days, stay consistent with breakfast. Day 7, add the protein lunch. What's at stake? This isn't just about muscles, it's about independence, carrying your own groceries at 80, confidence, never fearing a fall again, energy, playing with grandkids on the floor, dignity, never needing help with basic tasks, adventure, traveling the world without limitations, legacy, being the example of active aging. Don't let another day pass. Don't let another day pass where you feel like you're fading away. Don't accept that this is just how it is. Don't give up on the strong person you can still become. Take back control. Start with your very next meal, your free 7-day plan. To get started, download the 7-day muscle rebuilding plan completely free in the description link. It has everything: detailed day-by-day meal plan, optimized shopping lists, meal prep for the week, illustrated basic exercises, progress tracker. It's the easiest step you can possibly take. Take that step now. Join the revolution. If this video changed your perspective, subscribe and hit notifications. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Could be your parent, friend who's feeling weak. In the comments, tell me, what city, country are you watching from? What was your biggest discovery from this video? What will be your first action? I'll read and respond to every comment personally. Changing the narrative together, we're changing the narrative about aging. From a story of fear to a story of power. Your 60s, 70s, 80s can be your strongest years. It might seem impossible now, but in 6 months, you'll look back and thank yourself for starting today. Thank you for watching. Now go out there and start rebuilding. Your transformation starts with your next meal.